Hey guys, and welcome back to my late life lesbian journey. On my channel, I discuss and share my journey and process of going from being married to a man, getting divorced, and coming out as a lesbian. Please subscribe if you haven't, and for those of you who have subscribed, thank you and welcome back. So in this video, I want to kind of give you an analogy to help you better understand how people could maybe not know that they're gay or lesbian, growing up. Because I talk a lot about how I just didn't realize this about myself. And so sometimes that's really often, or sometimes that's hard for people to wrap their mind around. Like, how could you just not know that you were a lesbian? So here's an analogy for you. My fiance's sister actually kind of came up with this and tweaked it a little bit just to kind of like make more sense in my head. But I just think it's a really good way to kind of think about this and maybe help understand this concept a little more. So let's just say that growing up, your family always had scrambled eggs. Whenever there were eggs, they were scrambled. And of course, you can get eggs in a variety of ways. You can get them fried, you can get them like over easy, over medium, you can get them poached, you can have them hard boiled. There's multiple ways you can cook an egg. But your family always had scrambled. And even growing up in that house, all your family talked about was scrambled eggs. That's the best way to eat the eggs. That's, the only way you eat their eggs. If you were out and somebody else ordered, an over medium egg and your family's going, oh, gross, how can you eat an over medium egg? Like, that's, disgusting. Like, that, I don't understand how you could do that. So that's all you've grown up with. And you know what? It's fine. Like, scrambled eggs, they're fine. Maybe you're like, not necessarily my favorite, but when you're having breakfast and eggs are served, you're like, okay, yep, you know what? Like, scrambled's fine. Like, I'm good with that. And that's just how you go along with life because it's all you've known and all you've been exposed to and all that's sort of been taught to you. But let's just say somewhere down the road, like maybe you go off to college or, maybe even graduate college and, you're on your own and it finally dawns on you one day, you know what? Like, I want to try poached eggs. Like, they look interesting. Seems like I might like them. I want to give them a try. You try them and you realize that you love poached eggs. Like, oh my gosh, like what have you been missing? Now it's like scrambled eggs, like what? Ew, gross. Like, I don't want scrambled eggs. Like, I can't believe that I spent so much of my life eating scrambled eggs when poached is what I really like. And so sometimes with, realizing later in life that you're gay or lesbian, it's just because you never had the experience. You never had the opportunity. It just was never something that ever really even crossed your mind. And even if you did maybe question it, you were met with people going, oh no, like that's not who you are. That's not the life you live. And so you just sort of keep going along with what you've known and what you've been raised with until potentially one day you finally realize or finally try or have some type of experience or something happens where it clicks for you and you realize like, oh my gosh, like this is who I am. This is what I like. This is what fits and feels good for me. And so that is often, I feel like, what happens with people who come out later in life. And so I know it's a silly analogy, but maybe that helps like resonate for you. Maybe you've had an experience like that in your life that's like food related or something that you can relate to. Very different things, but it's just a similar analogy to maybe help you wrap your mind around and understand that concept a little bit better. So maybe, maybe that helps you explain it to like friends or family or people who are questioning, like if you're somebody who's coming out later in life and people are having a hard time understanding that, maybe that's a good analogy you can use to help them wrap their mind around it and understand a little better. So anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Does that help you understand the situation any better? Or do you have any other ways that you explain it or try to help people understand? So yeah, let me know. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.